Wait. Is this thing? Okay. All right.
Yeah! I'm Dale Young,
I'm Julio Sanchez.
and this is Communities Connected. We
Yes.
wanted to connect y'all today with some opportunity. Julio, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You?
I'm absolutely fantastic. Today has had so much go on in it. I'm in big ball of fire.
What's today?
Wednesday?
Wednesday. So 23.
23. Episode 23 today.
It's good. Super
Fantastic.
good. So today you've been doing what then? Sorry.
Oh, today I've been doing all sorts. Today I've been working on my business. I've been making some more worksheets. I've been putting some ideas on the paper. We have something very solid coming out very, very soon.
Oh yeah?
I'm excited.
Are the people gonna get to know or
Oh man.
How should
Tell
they?
you what, look out for the Clarity Quest. Just look out for the Clarity Quest.
Okay.
That's all I'll say for now.
Alright, we'll keep you guys updated with that. Yeah. Wait, I have to fix this thing real quick.
Other than that, I got a chance to read my book, The Magic of Thinking Big, for all you readers out there. The Magic of Thinking Big is amazing. Excellent book. Hey Rachel, hey Allison, hey Kyle Hogger, how y'all doing, y'all? Hope y'all having a fantastic night.
There's no winning with that camera. Alright.
Either
Yeah.
way. How was your day, sir?
Not bad. Got done with work. Interesting day. They were like, do this. No, wait, we need you to do this. No, wait, we kind of need you to do this. So I was just going back to work, just trying to make sure what had to be done, but it was just it was like a wild goose chase. So it was a fun, interesting day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of annoying in the end, but we made it interesting. We made it fun.
Heck yeah.
I was just like, all right, we're doing everything today.
Heck yeah. Did you find any opportunities in that?
You know what? Because of the opportunities I've taken, that's why I was put to do that.
I
So,
like that.
from my opportunities, so basically, I actually consider, as we were talking, we're gonna hit on opportunity today.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, the way I even got my job, that was a huge opportunity. I didn't even have to search for it. To me, I'll consider getting it. It was a lucky opportunity because I kind of knew the boss, and they called me up. They said, "Hey, are you looking for like a job at the moment?" I was like, I wouldn't mind it because at the time it was spring break and I was still in school, and I was just playing video game. All of a sudden my phone rings. I'm like, oh, hello, like, hey, looking for a job? Sure, why not? Cool, come here right now. I was like, all right, on my way.
Wow.
Got to work and they're like, all right, try this out. Let me try it out. I did decent. I said, what do you think? Sure, cool. They're like, all right, you got the job. So once I ended up getting my job, so the reason they called me up was they had seen me the way I was like in school, the way I kind of helped out around, like I was always doing a lot.
Yes.
So they said we need somebody who can carry doing some stuff. And like originally it was just come help out. They were just newer company, so we were building strings.
Gotcha.
And they're like, all right, try doing the strings. So once I started building the strings, they're like, hey, you're pretty good at it. Do you want to try the other side? Because there was two sides to building string. For people that bow hunt, I don't know if you've looked into bow hunting.
Church!
Sorry.
Church was incredible.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we tried it. Anyways, so, yeah, so I did well when they first let me try one side of the shop.
Heck yeah.
They had me do the other side. I proved to be doing well. One thing leads to the other. They're like, cool. Hey, want to go out to Colorado? We have a shop we've been running there for a lot longer. Do you want to train? And we'll kind of let you see. Maybe you can be a supervisor here. So I was like, cool, sure. I've never traveled out.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So they actually drove me out to Colorado, one of my bosses. Got to talk to them. And on the way out there, saw a bunch of cool stuff. Because, again, I had never been out of Wisconsin.
Heck yeah.
So get to Colorado, got the training. They taught me everything I knew. Within a month, I was back, and I knew just the whole shop.
Wow.
And so
That's
once I
pretty
came back, I actually did move up to being supervisor within like, I think I was only working there 7-8 months, and they're like, hey, do you want to take up supervisor? Sure, I can give it a shot.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, started going, and all of a sudden I kept learning, and I kept improving. So now, once things need to be done, they can go, Julio, we need you to do this. Cool. Hey, we need to do this. Cool.
Heck
We
yeah.
need to do this. And all of a sudden, because with
reliable.
the way the bowstring company there works, it's just, orders keep coming in, orders switch. Now this company needs this more. Now this company needs this more. So I consider the way I got my job, that was a lucky opportunity.
Absolutely.
But because I saw it as such a big opportunity, I know not a lot of high school kids will get a call like, hey, do you want a job? And all of a sudden, boom,
For
boom,
sure.
boom, you're moving up levels. So I always made sure I was staying focused. I was trying to do the best that I could because they gave me an opportunity to do something. So I was like, cool, I'm going to take it on. Let's move forward. So as I did progress, and so things went forward. So that's why today, it was an interesting day. But I'll get a lot of those days where I'm bouncing around. So like I said, they eventually get annoying because you want to focus on one thing.
Understood.
There, if you get going on strings and stuff, you can really produce.
Absolutely.
And that was my main thing. I could get focused on one thing, produce. Now they're like, oh, try this out. Now I got good at this thing, now I can produce here. Now try this out, now you produce here. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, we need help with all that. You're like, ah!
Help.
But it's fun.
Absolutely.
It
And
keeps
that's
it
how you
exciting.
move up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's how I've always taken everything that's come my way. It's always looking at it as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pitch in on taking a good opportunity?
Absolutely, that's excellent. I love how you speak about really accepting it, going in, applying yourself consistently, getting another opportunity, and then seizing it again. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I know when we talked earlier about opportunity, I was so excited to jump on here and talk about it because I think it's such a huge thing, especially if you know how to search for opportunity. If you're willing to really push and grab the opportunity that's in front of you and take the opportunities that are handed to you, there's really no place that you can't go, no place you can't get to. And, you know, I was really excited to talk today because, man, in the Magic of Thinking Big, there's chapters, obviously, in the book. And in the book, the guy was talking about this one guy, there was two guys at a factory, and one guy was always talking about how, you know, he wasn't getting a raise and he needs more money and the company should pay him more. So one day he went in to the boss's office, and right after that he came back out and he was all mad and he's like, he didn't give me the raise. Come to find out, when he went in, all he did was tell the guy, hey, I need more money, things are getting more expensive, I need to pay for stuff, you should give me a raise.
Okay.
And the guy was like, well, actually, you'll get a raise when your performance shows that you deserve a raise.
Right.
So the man had to go back out. The other man walked in there later and ended up getting a raise. Man said, what happened? He said, well, I've been putting in work here for 8 months. I'm producing this much. I'm producing this much. The man got the raise. And he was nice around the facility.
Right.
Oh man, it was an absolute amazing story. And it went a lot more in depth. But, you know, when opportunity comes your way, it's normally because you've been doing actions in the meantime that have set you up in a really positive way to accept some of those opportunities.
Right.
So I think when you really, you know, you're putting in your work, you're doing what you want to do, and you're really putting in the passion, you can really find yourself in some good opportunities around some good people to expand that opportunity and make new relationships.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. And like I was saying, even through my jobs, every single time I've gone into a sport, because I used to like doing sports as I was growing up. Now I'm trying to get more into them. But based off that, through my ethics of like working hard, and I was always, depending on the sport, so like I said before, wrestling used to be my sport. I was always putting in time after practice. I was doing time like the month before season started. I'd grab a group of guys, we'd all be in there. So coaches start seeing who's really involved. That creates more opportunity. Once their season starts, a lot of people know that they're in high school or got in high school, they were looking for like team leaders. And so the ones that were in the room earlier, putting in the time, even after stuff, we were given more opportunity to actually be a leader in that sense. And then you have, like you were saying, like the other guy was just complaining, like, oh, I need this, I deserve this. When you can actually fully show it, there's a difference rather than just demanding it.
Yeah.
And so, in that sense, we really think, like, we really believe in creating your opportunity. And that's what we really want to hit on. Is when you, and that was actually like something we've hit on before, is like planting seeds and like nurturing. Did we say garden before or like a tree?
I think we
said something
both.
about like nurturing, just putting stuff forward towards you that when you are doing these actions later on, it's gonna promote something even more positive moving forward.
Oh, yeah.
Like every action you move forth has a positive outcome. And with opportunity, we also started talking about cost.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. There's this quote, you know, you reap what you sow. And it's like, what seeds will you plant today that you will sow later? So you always want to be making sure that each seed that you're planting is always, you know, a good seed. Treating people right plants those good seeds. You know, when you treat a deal really good, when you do a little bit more for somebody else or give more gratitude and
Mhm.
compliments. Man, those seeds come back nice. People
Like
treat you
some-
well when you treat them well.
No, what's it?
Mark said hi.
Oh man. Oh,
Hey, Mark Harger.
even we're gonna have to give Mike
man.
a shout out here a little bit.
2 seconds. Huge, big shout out to Mark Harger. Can we just do it real quick?
Yeah.
He has been so supportive and helped us out and told us tips and even
Yeah,
he
this
had
whole
an
week.
extra green screen. Oh man, he's showing us some stuff. Thank you so much, Mark Harger.
Yeah,
You're the man.
big huge thank you.
Mm.
Now we'll be doing some work this weekend. That's gonna
Oh,
hopefully
yeah.
within the next few weeks. This is gonna look a little better. We're working on
You
it,
shall
guys.
see some new things.
So even this, like starting the channel, was a big opportunity that we took.
Oh yeah.
And coming out of that, there's been a lot of positive things that have been coming forth. The people that we meet, the people who've actually been supporting us, and then we actually get a chance to meet. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything about opportunity is just so important. And what we were going to hit on too is the first time I really started thinking about opportunity and thinking about, before what I was saying it was cost, was when I hit economics. And I had Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones, he will force you to remember things. So, because he was so passionate, we were talking about opportunity cost, and he was saying everything has a cost. And right away, the first time he said it, I was like, okay, right. Everything you want or you're looking to do is going to have some type of like money cost. You know, like I started thinking, okay, what's
Money,
the value of that?
time, absolutely.
So, he was like, what is the cost of this? And he gave us a sample where the money wasn't exactly visible. So we just started guessing, oh, it's worth this much, 80 something, this, and all of a sudden he's like, no. All you guys are wrong. We're like, how are we wrong with the money? They're like, it's costing you money. Like you were saying, it's costing you time. He's like, every single time you think about cost and opportunity is you're always going to face an opportunity, and no matter what choice you take, it costs you another choice.
Yeah.
So even though you make the right choice and you have multiple right choices, one is gonna, like, you can take a better choice that's gonna give you a better outcome, or you can take, like even today we were talking about like a profile, and you're saying we can go this route where we can kind of go faster, or this route kind of go slower. So there's an opportunity cost to everything we do, and cost doesn't always just mean money.
No.
Cost even goes to like relationships, everything.
Yes.
So I know you have something
Oh
to
man, yeah, opportunity cost is huge. You know, the time, the energy, and the money that you spend in each spot at every second should be very important to you. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
When you really take yourself seriously and you love yourself and you respect yourself and you have standards for yourself, you have goals, you have dreams you're trying to hit, you start to determine what you can do with each minute, each hour. You know, I love this idea. What would you, if you could get paid for a number amount, like a dollar amount per hour, how much would you want to be paid for an hour of your time? How much is an hour of your time worth? I freaking love that. It blows me away. I heard that a long time ago when I did Vector.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they would ask you the most insane, amazing questions. And the more you thought about them, I was like, man, that's a really good question.
Yeah, and I think just like you started learning about the word cost with Vector when I went, and I started learning about the word cost and actually thinking about cost other than money through Mr. Jones. And so once I applied that and I started thinking back on things I'd been doing, the choice I've made, I'm like, okay, I feel like I made the right one to gave me, the cost wasn't so bad for what I've done. And so like as I moved on, I feel like I've done right things to where I want to be. So if we even start thinking about the word cost and opportunity to cost just all together earlier, I feel like we can always strive to make the better choices for us.
Mm-hmm. And I think it all comes down to, what do you truly want? You know, what's if you could do anything and you knew you could not fail, what would you do?
Right.
And I mean, when you start coming up with answers to that, and then you start building plans with that, and you start meeting other people who feel the same way about that thing, you start to show.
I definitely say, like, take these questions, guys, even comment on it. Take one of those questions. We really want to see what. Let's go with that bigger one. If you could do something, and Dan said this before. Go ahead.
Yeah. If you could do anything and you knew you could not fail, what would you do?
Yeah.
Comment that down below. Let us know. We will comment back. We will have some fun with this conversation.
Yeah.
That'd be a great conversation I'd love to have.
Maybe we'll make that I think we could almost make a complete. Oh, I have an idea. We could make a whole episode with that, and maybe there'll be. Because we've talked about getting like a phone line in.
Oh.
We could get like some feedback from some people. Give them a quick 2 minutes. We'll talk with as much people as we can real quick. I think that'd be a really good question to answer.
That
Because
would
then
be
you can
amazing.
see like the wide variety, how we all have bigger aspirations, and once you start saying it, you start believing in it, you might start taking actions to it.
And
that
meet some
is-
people.
Everyone acting on their opportunity. Do you have the real opportunity to take it up? And if so, why aren't you taking it?
Oh man.
And if not, why aren't you making steps so you can take it?
I think it all starts with a dream.
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna have to work.
Just
on
start
that.
dreaming again. Have some fun. Just start dreaming again. On your car rides, just start dreaming. If I knew I could do anything and I knew I wouldn't fail, what would I do?
And just keep pondering that. Just keep thinking
Have
and
some fun.
through it. You know,
Have
make
some
a. Oh, I think. Yeah,
I'd love
That's-
to talk about that.
yeah, I love that question. I know you bring it up a lot. Every single time we have someone new, or even just us two again, or with Rachel, us three, you seem to ask that question a lot.
Oh man, I love that question. Man, that just opens up the door. Because then it's like, that's not about anything simple. You know what I mean? If you knew you could do anything, like the entire Earth is like 7 continents. Is it 8 continents? 7 continents.
Yeah.
7 continents. There's a lot of space on the Earth. I've been
Now
in
we're
this
going
spot
super
for a
deep.
very long time. We should get around it. I've thought about that. It's like, if you could be anywhere, where would you be? You know, it's like the.
And see,
bigger
and what I like
questions.
about the way you've shaped that other question is you right away take the negative out of it. You
Oh,
give
yeah.
the person right away a positive frame of mind instead of telling them, like, if you could do anything, what would you do? It changes it up so much when you're like, if you could do anything and you knew you wouldn't be able to fail. Now you're getting them thinking, what do I really want to do? And it opens up the question of, like, can I do it? What are the steps towards doing it? And I think you really start thinking about what's really going to make you happy. And that's something we like to focus on all around.
Yeah, I love that. And, you know, the bigger that you think, the more fun that things get. And, you know, when it comes down to what makes you happy, there's a great quote. If you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. So if you get to the question, if you could do anything and you knew you could not fail, and you get so good at that thing, maybe it's jujitsu, maybe it's water polo, maybe it's climbing rocks, maybe it's American Ninja Warrior, maybe it's singing, maybe it's rapping, maybe it's being a rocket scientist,
Sewing the greatest shirt ever.
maybe it's being a shirt designer.
Dude, shout out to my wife. She makes some awesome stuff with her sewing machine.
Shout out, Rachel. She's
Sorry,
a boss.
real quick. Anyways, whatever it is, guys, whether you think someone's going to think negative about it, if it's your dream, man, run it. It's awesome. You'll realize
So good.
how much happier once you see what you've produced. It's just a beautiful moment.
Yes, and if you really want to do it, it's not like going to work. You're not getting up to go do something you don't want to do. It's like getting up to play video games for all you video games out there, video game people like out there. Or your favorite show. It's like getting up to see your favorite show or listening to your favorite music or eating your favorite food. You don't have to do that. You sprinted that with insanement.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that's a word, but legitimately, when you're running after something as fast as you can at what you want to be running at, man.
Real quick, Rachel, raise your hand.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Allison said, "Catch me in the UK with my pet monkey."
Ayo.
Catch me in the
And
UK.
live
with my
your
pet
life
monkey.
on your terms, yo.
Dude, a pet monkey.
Oh my goodness! If I had a pet
I want a bear.
monkey, I'd call him Marcel.
Marcel.
Mm-hmm.
I just know I want a bear. I don't think I've ever
A
thought of.
bear?
Dude, a bear. It's so like when they're small, they're cute, fluffy. When it's huge, it's still really fluffy. I just think a bear would be phenomenal to have.
In that case, I would like to have a gorilla. It's my favorite animal.
Gorilla would be cool.
If
Both
I
would be
could grow
terrifying.
a gorilla and he
Grow a gorilla.
like if I could get him in the very baby nature and love him so he knew I loved him and he would not attack me, I would get a gorilla.
I'm with that.
I understand what you mean by the bear. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so if you could do anything you know you couldn't fail, what would you do? And if you could have any animal you know wouldn't eat you, what would you get?
If you could have any companion with any animal species, or even a species in general, what would you pick?
Yeah. I think that's gonna be 2 questions today.
Yep, those are the 2 questions of the day.
I like that. Well, with that being said, guys, I'm Julio Sanchez.
I'm Dale Young. Oh.
Later, guys. Monkeys and bears.
Now just check out a couple of